In this video, I'll show you my top 5 one-on-one drills that are fun, game-like, and that will make your training better. Let's get into it. For me, one-on-one drills are a fundamental part of a good basketball training and belong in every phase of preparation. One-on-one is already very competitive, and with on-ball defense, we add a random component to the drill so the flow isn't rigid. Players must read the defense, react to it, and make decisions on their own. They are challenged not only to call up what they can already do, but to break new ground. You must work under pressure to earn a degree and take advantage of it. So, enough of the words. Let's take a look at the first drill. Offense and defense players face each other in the middle of the three-point line. A ball lies between them on the ground. The drill does not start until both players have sprinted to the sidelines. So the offense player chooses one side, the defense reacts accordingly and sprints to the other sideline. As a rule, the offensive player should have a small lead and be the first to get the ball. When he or she is on the ball, the one-on-one begins. If picking up the ball from the ground is not game-like enough, you can position another offense player on the baseline. This player only serves as a passer and does not intervene directly in the one-on-one. The first option for offense should be the direct penetration to the basket. It is best for him or her to take the momentum from the sprint with them to pull to the basket without stopping. Pay attention to the correct foot position when picking up the ball. In a stepped stance, the player can push off the back foot and pick up speed much like a 100-meter sprinter. Also make sure that the player takes the straightest possible path to the basket. So shoulder down, correct footwork, and beating the defender in the first step. I really like the second drill because it requires fast switching and it trains orientation on court. Outside the three-point line stand between 3 and 6 offense players, each with the ball in their hands. There's one defender. The drill starts with the one-on-one of the first offensive player versus the defender. If the attack is successful, the defender then plays against the next attacker, and so on. Only when an attacker is unsuccessful, which means the defense gains possession of the ball, does the defeated attacker become a defender and begin the next duel with an attacker on the three-point line. In this case, the defense grabs the ball and is allowed to line up at the three-point line. The next attacker can start as soon as a decision in the previous duel has been made, which means either a basket has been scored or the defense has the ball. This advantage must be exploited shamelessly. If the defense loses its orientation, that's no big deal. Next time, he will think about who has to defend in the next duel if he loses the ball. The third drill simulates a full-court man-to-man defense. However, the attacking point guard has 2 passing stations available, one in backcourt on the sideline and one up front on the other sideline. The one-on-one starts at your own baseline. First, the offense player must play a give and go with his backcourt teammate. Then he dribbles to half court and repeats the whole thing with his second teammate. Only when he gets the ball back from him can the opposing basket be attacked. That's it. Post-drill rotation of positions can be a bit tricky. My suggestion? First of all, the passport stations should be staffed twice. This speeds up the drill. The attacker now switches to the pass station in front, which in turn switches to the pass station in the backcourt, and this in turn becomes the defender. The original defender grabs the ball and returns to the baseline as a new offense player. It is best for players to switch positions at the 2 pass stations immediately after the pass. In this way, the next run can already begin even if the drill on the other half is not yet finished. Especially with younger players, the drill can also be performed in half court. In this context, creating space to the defender is of greater importance. If a give and go has been played with both players on the sideline, the one-on-one starts at your own basket. In order to survive against an aggressive full-court man-to-man defense, changes of tempo are the be-all and end-all. This way, you always create some free space that you can use for a pass or a change of direction. Consistent speed, on the other hand, makes it easy for the defense to keep up the pressure. That goes for both dribbling and creating space without the ball. This drill also requires quick switching between offense and defense. An attacker with the ball and a defender stand side by side behind the baseline. Both have a cone on the court in front of them. Offense and defense may start on command. Both have to go around their respective cone first, then they play one-on-one against each other. It is important that there is only one shot attempt, because as soon as the ball leaves the attacker's hand, it immediately becomes the defender in the next round. The next attacker, who was waiting with the ball behind the baseline, starts at the same time as the attempt to shoot. Again, both have to dribble or run around the cones, then one-on-one. You can set up the two cones in the field as you like. Depending on where they are, there are different priorities. So you can either give an advantage to offense or defense. If you place the cones further away from the basket, for example on the middle line, the whole thing gets more of a fast break character. As a last drill, something that is above all fun, but also improves the ability to react. Attacker and defender both face the basket, meaning the defender has his back to the attacker. The attacker touches the defender's back with the ball. As soon as the attacker takes the ball off the opponent's back, the defender is allowed to turn around and play begins. The attacker has a great advantage here that needs to be exploited. Those were my top 5 one-on-one drills. I hope I was able to give you a few suggestions. But now it's up to you to set the priorities as you need them and fill the drill with life. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, discuss the drills in the comments, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more drills like this. See ya, bye!